Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest and welcome to this, the finale mega episode of our blind playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. And as I'm sure you know, it is a doozy, so let's get into it. Alright, I'm back. Pixel is very happily chomping away at his dinner. I'm very sorry, but it seems that now even my voice falls on deaf ears. There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Palliano. We must find some way to stop him from leaving. It seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. Aha. Someone almost fades away entirely and we get an objection. Good on you, Kay. Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba. It makes perfect sense that the final sort of nail in the coffin comes from Kay, right? It's got the right emotional resonance to it. Like, she's been our partner through this game. She has to avenge her father. Okay. Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Yatagarasu's legacy will live on through me. Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving? You just leave that up to me. She just goes over and punches him in the face. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this? No, and why should I recognize that tattered old organizer? Wait, where have I seen that before? That is a clue my father Bern Faraday left for us. Did you say Bern Faraday? Okay, well, by the massive amount of sweat on his face, I'd say that's the nail in the coffin. Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG8 incident. The one in which he wrote about the Yatagarasu's key? Ah. Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss You kill 7 years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it was related to me. Inside this organizer, he wrote up every deal of every evil thing you did. What an amusing little girl you are, but that sort of trickery won't work on me. If you won't believe me, then take a look at this. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that we were going to finish with this, to be honest, but it's, This thievery device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather, by my father. That's it's so cool that she's like got this heroic stance with the wind blowing, like just the wind of justice. Her and in an isolated sort of I don't know, weather pocket. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy. Ah. Okay, what? These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabast right behind you. Little girl, get to the point. I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. Oh, I thought you were going to do it for me, Kay. If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence. Oh. Yatagarasu, ever the thorn in my side. Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's nothing case-breaking, really. Ah, then it was just a bluff. Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces, aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay, I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end. Alright, I hope so. Thank you for your belief in me, Kay. When the going gets tough, someone's got to be there to put the wind back in your sails. Alright, well, I'm wondering if it involves that missing piece of the knife and something about the fountain. Because I'm waiting to use them. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. That's high praise from Francisca. I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony. How dare you all, barring a person like me. Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please. Nah. Alright, but this is the absolute last. Well, you've said that like 20 times now, my friend, so I don't know. Then, even if you use all the power of Ambassador Paliano's office, you won't stop me. I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. Dun, dun, dun. So this may be the final one. It's just got those vibes. But then again, I've thought that before. So it was, there might be a whole nother section after this. The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabasta the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there is no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? Now, since you people were practically begging, I'll allow you to question me. What an arrogant old man. Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us. I will warn you though, you've reached the end of my patience. To be honest, your patience has really extended quite a way past where I thought, you might have proclaimed the end of it. Waste my time with any inane questions and you will be punished. So any needless pressing or Oh, really? So I'm not even allowed to press, so any needless pressing or presenting will hurt our case? In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence. Understood? It's a lot of pressure. Of course, I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Cochin was killed before he returned to Babal. In which case, okay, let's take that as gospel. They're giving us this. I know he was killed before he went back to Babal. Alright. In which case, there is only one statement to which I need to present the evidence. Okay. He was killed before he went back to Babal. And he was put in the cart. That must be true. The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabasta the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there is no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? And I can't press. The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that I was in Alabasta the rest of the time. I don't think it's going to be that one. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there is no time span in which I could have killed him. Alright, it's gonna be the pieces of evidence that either we've acquired recently or we haven't used yet. I think that's just how I can expect this to work. Steel Samurai pushed this to Alabast from the dressing room. The bulge is unnatural. Hang on, can I look at this? Oh, it's just that. Okay. Oh wait, that's got to be the dead body. Footage of the entryways. 521, 22, 23, 25. Yeah, look. He leaves. Dead bodies in there being pushed. I think it's probably, like, I don't know. I think this is probably just being pushed innocently by Larry. He doesn't know what's in there. Or it could be Callisto, couldn't it? Could be Callisto. Taken at the Theatrum Neutralis, the murder weapon can be seen in Mr. Alba's bouquet. So I mean, like, we have, alright, the murder weapon can be seen in the bouquet. Obviously that's very important. The murder weapon can be seen here in this photo. Hey, Pixel! Hey! He's so cute. Whenever he finishes eating, he does meows and comes over and does cuddles as like a thank you. It's so adorable. Okay. The murder weapon is here with him. The murder weapon is there. We were sort of past that. We're sort of past that. It's not going to be the rose. It's not going to be the rose ball. It's not going to be this yet. It's not going to be this. So realistically, I think it's not a question of the cart yet, because we're talking about time span or places, but it's not about how. I think footage of the entranceways into Babal and Alabast from the Theatrum Neutralis. Footage of the entranceways into Babal and Alabast from the Theatrum Neutralis. The murder weapon can be seen in the bouquet. Let me have a look at these statements again. Hey, Pixie! You jumping up? Hey, you gonna come and hang out here? You gonna... Hey, fluffy face. Hey, are you gonna give Mummy power to try and guess the correct thing? After that I was in Alabast though. Hang on, what's the first one again? The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. And I cannot press this. Ooh, Pixie, hey. He's trying to step onto the laptop. Hang on. Pixel, do you want to come and sit? You want to come and sit here? Hey. Sometimes he comes and sits on the chair behind me. Like, so I move to the very edge of the chair so he can sit here. Yeah? You want to come sit here? Hey, sweetie. You're not sure. He's not sure. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. What was this one? After that I was in Alabast the whole time. So you see, there's no time span in which I could have killed him. I guess I should just have a go. Like, I feel like it's going to be one of these new pieces of evidence. But what is it going to match up with? I'm a bit afraid that they're only, like, they might genuinely only give me one go at this, so I'd better save. I don't think it's this one. I don't think it's that second one. I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. I don't know, like maybe it's this, but this is only the entrances. And obviously, you know, I don't think we're at the point of saying this is where the body is. $5:22. He is leaving Alabast. Footage of the entranceways into Babal and Alabast from the Theatrum Neutralis. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, like, because I feel like this is... So is this... this is outside of this lobby area, as in beyond the doors to the left and right of us. This is... Is that what it means? I was thinking it was still within Theatrum Neutralis. But actually this is probably just at the beginning. Yeah, because there are no guards standing there at the door. It's more like a check-in counter, which is, as far as I can see, not here. So in fact this is... Alright, okay, now it makes sense that he's going in this direction before... Okay, alright, so this is what we did see. He is going into Alabast with the cart. No? But then again, no, it matches with what I saw at the beginning of the game, but it doesn't match with sense, because the body... the body is in Babal. Like, the body goes to Babal. That has to be true. The body goes to Babal. So this has to be... They are leaving Alabast to go to Babal. Maybe? Oh man. I can imagine this both ways. Either this is going into Babal, or either this is going into Alabast or out of Alabast. Do you know what I mean? I hope it's clear, like, why I'm confused here. Let's just give it a go. Let's take... Nope. Not that one. No, it doesn't. Okay. It's not that. Are you all prone to pointing out non-existent? Yeah. Sometimes I just need to give it a try. Sometimes I just need to give it a try, man. Maybe it's this first one then. Let's try. Here. The murder weapon can be seen here. Taken in Theatrum Neutralis. So maybe it's saying, okay, you met with him here. Well, you have the murder weapon. Oh! Hey, I was really just guessing. I'd like you to take a look at this picture. It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations. Oh, it's commemorative, all right. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder. I don't know if it's... Is it? This is the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. I see you recognize it, as well you should, for it was you who brought it to this theatre. You hid it in amongst the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai. I haven't put this together. I have not put this together yet. Meaning that you killed Manny Cochin here at the theatre. So this knife is after the murder? Is that what we're... Like, he killed him and then he put the bloody knife into the bouquet? It's time for me to catch my flight. Objection! Well, I appear to be winning, even though I'm not really sure how. Exactly. It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, it may be soon, but not quite yet. And I thank you for the entertainment. I am thankful for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you or rate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. I'm still completely... I cannot... Like, the implication seems to be, yeah, that he killed Manny in this theatrum, and and transported the body in the cart into the Bubbly's embassy. I understand that much is being implied, but how did he kill him? You know, I understand with the knife, but how? How did he do it without being seen? That's right, this man is an ambassador and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court. We're back to square one now. Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. No, he called me an old-fashioned insult. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must be. This is just the same. We've gone through this pattern so many times. The courts. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end? That's so cool. Oh my god. Agent Lang. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. That's such a good shot. That's amazing. Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon. But I've got other evidence to use. Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba. I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident. Agent Lang. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. That might have been all I was doing. I was just buying you time. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked. Ooh. What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through. Langzy says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Whoa. Whoa. Interpol headquarters in the Imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it. The Imperial household? You, what have you done? You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba. Oh, we got him. Whoa. This is all just wrapping up very nicely. Oh my god, that is such horror. His face is cracked open. His face is completely cracked open. Effective today, effective right now. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this. That video the Yatagarasu protected? You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador? In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. Wow. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of detainment philosophy, Langzy. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off. Oh, he just used power, like a global power. It can't be. I don't believe this. He's an old man again. My ambassadorship has been revoked. Now it kind of looks like we're bullying an old man. Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like he's turned docile again, exactly. He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield. What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him. Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador. Do you really think you can still pull that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are. Mr. Alba. Mr. Alba. Whoa. We're gonna get the face again. Oh, a different one.
Objection!
Oh, he's pulled himself back from the brink. How many turnabouts are we going to have? No, I won't be stopped now. He still intends to fight us? So what if I am no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. Yeah, okay. So this is the... Man, it's been so many final nails in the coffin. This coffin is actually full of nails at this point. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me. I'd expect no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Alright, thank you for doing the vast majority of the work here, like the the really big heavy lifting that made all the difference though. You know, I'll like just push him over the edge where he's already toppling. You say that I killed Mr. Cochin in the theatre, but even if it's true that there was a knife in my bouquet, I left that bouquet in the theatre, so anyone could have taken it out from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. I do agree. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babal? I mean, no, I have no trouble with the transportation. That part is fine. It's only the actual murder itself. Like, what are we talking about here? Are you claiming that I carried his body? Oh, it's cut time, everybody. Oh, this feels very satisfying because it was the first... really, it was... I can't remember. I think the cart was the first. Whether the cart, at the very beginning of this case, the cart came before the horse. The cart, I think, was the first thing I was like, that's it. There's a body in that. And I think probably soon after that was the hairpin, sort of, realizing that the hairpins were sort of a bit sus, just from the description of them. Even though they turned out not to be hairpins, and they actually turned out to be plant stem. Yeah, anyway. Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous. I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Nah. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war. Ooh. The gloves are off. I killed Mr. Cochin in this theatre using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet? You're lucky that question mark is there. I left that bouquet in the theatre. Anyone could have taken the knife from there. Besides, Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right? There is no way for me to have transported his body from the theatre of Babal. I'm so excited about this one. Finally. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun of me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too? You have no plans to ever return to this country, isn't that right? Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? As if I care. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, boot this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything. I know, and I will give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he is just another witness. Yes, just another witness. She just wanted to say my cool line. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy. And get him good. Everyone's behind me. We're all coming together as a team. I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to the testimony. It's okay, we have the most important evidence. It's not this. I left that bouquet. It's not this one. That's fine. Besides, Mr. Koch's body was discovered in Babal, right? There is no way for me to have Thank you. Thank you, my friend. I take great satisfaction. All the way to the end. All the way to the end.
Objection!
Mwah! Sweet. Feels good. Actually, I do believe that there was a way to transport the body out of the theatre. Perhaps you should give this a look. What is that supposed to be? It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area. Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it? Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement. Thank you for the warning. Now if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump here inside the pushcart. Do you know what's causing it? Should I? Because I don't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you. This is the cause of the unnatural lump under the cloth in the pushcart. Do we just his body? Just his body? What is the meaning of showing me that? It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Cochin's body. You had the still samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene. I wonder if Larry is going to react to this at some point. What a guess. Oh man, it's the thing I've been, for most of this game, super sure about. I was just waiting for the opportunity for it to come up. But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it. I admit that for now it is but a hypothesis. However, oh man, we should be projecting strength, Edgeworth. If you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. Oh my god, here we go again. This is like the 20th time he started moving off. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Gumshoe! Sorry I took so long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This is actually... this is my favorite comeback. Yep. I hope this is it. I hope that Gumshoe gets to be the hero here, above everyone. I mean, it's a team effort, of course, but like, I want Gumshoe to do this last swing of the hammer into this last nail in the last coffin. Detective Gumshoe, is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart? Yes, sir. I found it in the open-air stage area. So that's where you went. The detective spirit that Pops left me with. I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case? Yes, it just might play a major role. Yes, he did a little fist pump. Oh my god, so good. He's so proud. And he deserves to be proud. This was innovative, this was smart. This was some good detective work, thank you. But something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Alabast. Where exactly in the open-air stage did you find this pushcart? I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir. Oh? Well, let's leave that for now and examine the... Okay, well, that's going to come up again. And examine the inside, detective. Yes, sir. Oh, it might be this giant blood stain. It's blood. Why would you just leave this somewhere? This must be Mr. Cochin's blood, which only goes to prove that Mr. Cochin's body was indeed transported by this pushcart. Dude, you just left this? Full of blood? I believe you understand what this means, correct? I mean, I guess he didn't leave it. I guess Larry must have left it, right? No. Callisto, sorry. It's like Larry moved it. Callisto must have actually, of course, offloaded the body, placed it in the crime scene. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was the one who pushed the cart out here. Maybe someone else did it without noticing the blood stain in the middle of it. I believe you understand what this means. You killed Mr. Cochin at this theatre and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you.
Objection!
I forced him to move the body into Alabast? What nonsense. Why would I bother to do such a thing?
Objection!
You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop in Babal. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Yeah, what if the body was moved to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. Okay. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast. Okay, so there's these two... I was wondering, like, how this made sense. Oh, freaky. If I can show how you moved the body from Alabast to Babal... I thought we were done. Is it not in the cart again? Then I win. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight. I'll be the one to judge whether I can or cannot prove it. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after the return to Alabast. Oh my god. Miles Edgeworth, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. Okay, so he's at least like, dude, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm putting my foot on the accelerator. Which means there is no question that can't be answered, right? The Primiduck statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. Are you telling me that the body was moved on the wire also? How? was this person killed? How was Manny killed in this theatre without it being noticed? How was he loaded into the cart without it being noticed? And then how was this body moved from window to window, if that's what they're implying, without it being noticed? Which means that there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. Okay. I mean, if you're confident, I'm confident there must be something. But I don't know what. After I returned to Alabasta, I had my picture taken with the steel samurai shaking hands. Okay, so that's... Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatakarasu appeared. I feared for the national treasures, so I raced back to my office. Is that all? Yes, that's
Objection!
It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of Damask II. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office. Ah, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time. What? You. Is not every life precious? Do you really need me to answer that for you? People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction. He's really full of himself, isn't he? Yes, he is. Reminds me of myself sometimes. How can he be so confident at a time like this? Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you'd like. Oh, here we go again. What? Alright, so Gumshoe was not the final swing of the hammer in the final nail of the coffin. After I returned to Alabasta, I had my picture taken with the steel samurai shaking hands. So we have that picture. It shows the statue the other way around. Hang on, do we not have that picture? Oh, we don't have it anymore. Okay, well, at least that keeps that, Oh no, wait, it's the statue, isn't it? If I click on that. No, it's not. Hang on. It's not that. No, okay, we don't have it. We don't have it, do we? Alright. Anyway, that keeps it simple. It's not that. It keeps it slightly simpler. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatagarasu appeared. I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office. I guess we can press now.
Hold it!
So why was it only with the steel samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest. Wow, so you do have a soft side after all. No, he's just reporting facts. The pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels. Also, you tend to strain your back as well, huh? But isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over? So, hang on. They gave us the little tone. He did need to keep up that act no matter what, I suppose. The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech. Then, just as I was about to start my speech...
Hold it!
Press. That Yatsugarasu was just a trick that you had set up. The most amusing joke. And how do you propose that I set it up? If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arranged the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see... We're kind of going through stuff we've already covered. The audience would see the Yatagarasu's shadow. Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me. You. What's it going to take for you to fess up to anything? Yeah. Very well then, let's move on to a different question. After the Yatagarasu appeared, what was the state of the rose garden? Everyone took refuge inside the embassy, so there was no one there. I even helped with the effort. And then, once everyone was inside, well, I feared for the national treasures, so I raced back to my office. And what happened after you returned to your office? I don't want to keep on repeating this, however, upon my return I had that stroke of bad luck and bumped into Masterman. And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was, I knew she was going to correct the name. His name was Tamaskidu, except it wasn't really, was it? Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the Prima Duck statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man, being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Miss Wakama's really letting her whip fly now. I think the scary part is her silence while she's doing it. She must be at the limit of her patience as well, but physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. Ah, are we at... Okay. It's one of those. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. Alright, I'm glad it wasn't just me. I was still not sure what to do. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he is actually guilty of anything. Are we finished here? Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with how the body was moved to Babal? Sir, Mr. Edgeworth. Grr. Even after proving so much, is he going to get away with it? We don't look very confident. Is this the end? Maybe Phoenix will show up. Maybe Phoenix will be like, look, I gave you the whole game, Edgeworth. Let Daddy fix. It appears that we made... Oh my god. Is Larry and Old Bag... the baby. Oh my god, this is so cool. Larry will finish the game. And Old Bag. Oh my god, this is so good. Okay. So we're finally... Oh my god. I was like, when are we going to use that fountain and the bit, the wet bit of the knife? It's here. It's here, finally. So it's about the Rose Garden stuff. Evil Magistrate, it is time for you to pay. Incredible, my god. It's the Steel Samurai? No, you are mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo Tokyo. And this is Pink Princess Mommy. Yeah. Edgy boo. No. Okay, this is the best ending to the game. This is the one. This is the one. Who else could show up? The two people that I wanted to see the least. Not me. Larry, what are you two doing here? He's here to save the day. Larry is the savior. Way to show your gratitude, Edgy. We just wanted to help. Yeesh. I'm gonna get the bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai spear. Go away. Wow. How could you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo? All three of us came to lend a hand and this is how you treat us? Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find the Iron Infant. Does that really matter right now? Edgeworth, be open. It's everything. It's everything. Somehow or other, this matters. Was the fountain used to transport the body? I don't know. Is it just me or is the Iron Infant completely soaked? Oh yeah, I found him in Babal, but he was in the middle of the pool. In Babal? Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said. Huh? Oh, it appears that we made it. Not that far back. Something about finding the Iron Infant in Babal. And he found it in a pool? I don't recall there being one in Babal. Oh my god. Are we getting a whole new location? Oh, that! Well, I was in Alabasta the whole time, so I have no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Babal. But I thought I had lost him in the Rose Garden. The fountain connects to a body of water in Babal that we have never seen or heard of. So it was impossible to even conceive of this. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh? Wait, what? Larry, you lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him in...
Hold it!
That's enough, Larry. The iron infant that Larry lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the iron infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool. This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the countries. The key to the route the iron infant took to travel from Alabas to Babal is... Oh, bilateral symmetry. But it's not in the equivalent place in the same courtyard. The Yadagarasu. I think it's the bilateral symmetry thing. Ah, that's right. This embassy was built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? There is a location I wish for you to examine post-haste. It is where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Cochin's body lies. Does something like that really exist, sir? An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning that this is where we need to examine. Okay, well, surely, if it's here, then it must be here. So, I don't know how this is possible, but I'm guessing it must be under the stage that was there.
Take that!
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it. God, I hope I haven't sent him into the wrong place. I hope that was correct and he doesn't go and come back and go, oh, bad guess. But it must be true. It's symmetry, right? Okay. It's too late. It doesn't matter now what you do. It's all a waste of time. You will stay here with us and wait. Ooh. Lang is, man, everyone is being at their coolest at this end. Absolutely, everyone is being at their coolest. Who it is? Maybe this is Phoenix. This is Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, it's here, sir. So it's under the stage, right? It must be. It must be. Aha! So this is all just a cover. There is a reservoir here, just like in the rose garden. Okay. That is crazy, though. That is crazy, though. Like, how would you make this work with moving the body? Just as I suspected. What is it? These two sides of this embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there is also a pool at the corresponding location on the Barbalese side. Bring. Mr. Cochin's body was moved into Babal through the pool in Alabast.
Objection!
Poor Manny. Poor Manny is what I was thinking. Avoiding the topic with a vague answer like this is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof if you have any. Oh, you're in trouble when he's doing that. You're in trouble when he's doing that. The iron infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of a pool, and not just any pool, it was the Barbalese one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point what must be true. Uh-huh. The water reservoirs in the two courtyards are connected.
Objection!
And where is your proof that the two sides are connected? Dude, this is engineering. Like, it's not going to take a lot. I mean, well, you know what I mean? Like, it's very, the proof is very, very physical and very, very there. So,
Objection!
That's kind of what I said. The proof is right there before your eyes. Well, no, that's not what I said. The half-drowned iron infant. What? This blasted doll! Oh my god. Dude, put that face away, please. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey! Don't tell me you guys figured out everything out without me. We did, thanks to this hero of justice's son. Yes, but let's thank Larry for saving our butts completely. Let's thank Larry. It's absolutely, like, Gumshoe got to have his super cool moment. Lang got to have his super cool moment. Let's give this to Larry and Old Bag as well, but mainly Larry. Even if he is just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain. So, here's the other thing. If they were using the pull to transport the body, does that mean this is the reason for the fires? Because they have to lower the, like they need the fires basically to effectively lower the water level and then have the water level, go back up again. That seems right? Like the fires are going to have a role because we know the water level is important. We were told it, and we received, it's in our evidence. So it must matter. The fires must be a part of this plan. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of unlikely that the body just happened to have passed on through to Babal. This guy's a doll, and he's small, so I can believe it made it, but he has a point. This is going to be the fires. Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that a dead body can swim through a pipe? You see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man is far from over. Agent Lang. Why is he helping Mr. Alba out now? He's not. He realized a flaw in my argument and is helping me move the logic along. Thank you, Lang. Such a good team. You're welcome. In which case, I should return the favor and find an answer. And another thing. Mr. Cochin's body was found in his office, in Babal. That's gotta be Callisto. So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open air stage? We're doing a lot of these, so it's gotta be good. These are power moves. Mr. Alba had an accomplice in Babal, remember? You mean Shina, right? No, I mean Callisto, or whoever she is. With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office. Are you seriously claim that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body? He's right, Miss Shina would drown if she did that. It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe. I mean, she could be a very good swimmer. It looks like your hypothesis about how the body was moved is still only half-baked. I have this thing in my evidence. I have it. I can use it. About the levels. It's the water levels. In the end, it's all just the befuddled musings of an oops. I'm so excited. I was kind of tapping the button. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me passage. Because from the start, there was no feasible method of transporting the body. What? Don't give up so easily, Edgeworth. On this one, I'm actually feeling confident. Mr. Prosecutor, recall Shina's movements. Nah. What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Shina was in Babal? Ooh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool. You're thinking in the right direction, Kay. Get rid of the water? Aha, that's it. Now I believe this time we really are done, right? For the 100th time. Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. Alba. You are a most persistent man. Are you saying that you've thought of a way to move the body through the water? You really shouldn't ask specific questions like this, because I have exactly that. Move the body through the water? That is completely unrelated to how it was done. Excuse me? The reason I say that is because there wasn't any water there at the time. What do you mean there wasn't any water? Just what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved. Part of the rose garden auto refills when the water level is too low. I don't know if they want tonight's events. They might mean two fires. Yep. Tonight, the Asukarasu set fire to a variety of locations in the Barbalese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water level went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could be used to traverse the border.
Objection!
Alright, and now, surely, we'll get to use the level one. So what? The water level went down? The reservoirs were connected. I guess we've already made the point about the water level. Does any of this matter? You can't prove any of this. You seem confident. Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical, game-changing moment. You mean what we're playing right now? Has Edgeworth become self-aware? A moment in which you hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game. I haven't lost yet. I've found the route you use to smuggle the body, and the route that will lead to your death. I know, like, I'm going interchangeably between route and route, and to be honest, I think I just do. I just kind of use both. Even if all the water was used by the firefighting effort, you still can't really call that a smuggling route. Let's change back to route. I know that. I should have figured that you would notice. Hey, Mr. Alba, how deep are those pools anyway? I'll have you know those pools are extremely deep. And there are no ladders or footholds along the walls either. It would be difficult for Shiner to hold the body and climb up out of the pool. Ladders or footholds along the walls? There was no need for such thing. This is the water level, surely, right? They just let it slowly come back up. What do you mean? If one were to use a certain something, they could go up or down in the pool at will. Oh, it looks like you've got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already. The way in which Miss Shiner and the body were able to rise up to ground level. If there was a way to control the water level, that could be the way the body was moved. This was used so that the body and Miss Shiner could move up and down in the pool. Part of the Rose Garden pool auto-refills the water when the water level is too low. It must be this, right?
Take that!
Mr. Alba used the fountain spouts in a manner of speaking. I mean, it's just an automatic function. He used the fountain spouts? How so? The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the spouts. Ms. Shiner and the body were lifted upward by their buoyancy in water. Simple science, my friend. Simple physics. The fire on the bubbly side and the firefighting effort. These were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Cochin's body. It's like this is like getting away with this, performing this murder, and all of the surrounding things are so convoluted. I feel like they've earned their right to get away with it in a way. It's so much work. It's so much work. Still, we're gonna put him in jail. Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads? First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain spouts in advance in preparation of things to come. Boop, boop, boop. Then he took the pushcart that was brought to the Rose Garden and pushed it, along with the Iron Infant and Mr. Cochin's body, into the pool. At this time, Miss Shiner was busy conveniently starting the first fire in Baba. Doesn't this mean that the cart was visible for a while? Because this would have taken time, yeah? She then made for the open air stage's pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. So they both just sit in the water. When the firefighters used the water in that pool, the water level went down. Over what kind of time period are we talking about? And by the time the fire was put out, the pipe between the two pools was exposed. This is so much, not just planning, but needing to have faith in everything working correctly. This is when she pushed the pushcart from Alabaster into Babal. Let me tell you, this is no way to commit a murder. There is so much that could go wrong in this plan. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened the fountain spouts once more. Oh my god. This would be kind of scary though. Well, it would be to me, to be sitting in that water thinking, am I going to go up or am I going to be overcome and drowned? And the water level rose up to its original level along with Miss Shiner and the body. And the infant. lost somewhere along the way, I guess. After that, Miss Shiner used the pushcart to carry the body up to the Secretariat's office. There is an elevator in the embassy after all, so you see, even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Cochin's body. And that wraps up my thorough explanation of how the body was moved. Well, ex-Ambassador Alba, what do you think? Not so untouchable without your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you? I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to fight back. You accuse me of moving the body across country lines. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indict me. The nitty-gritty? What does this old man want now? Proof. I believe is what he seeks. Yes, proof. Hang on. How does this work? This will be the part of the knife, right? Because the part of the knife was wet. Yeah, so somehow the part of the knife came off. Yeah, because that photo in the lobby was taken after the murder with the knife, the bloodied murderous knife in the bouquet, and the piece is already missing there, so it must be on the body. That's how it gets wet. Yep. This is it. Without any, who is to say whether or not any of what you really said happened? He wants proof? What are we going to do, Mr. Edgeworth? There's no need to worry. I've had all the proof we need all along. I mean, at least for quite a while. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pool's connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open-air stage area, so too did I find one other item there. And that piece of evidence is what will prove that the pools were the smuggling route. This was another thing that was smuggled over to Babal's open-air stage area. It's definitely, finally,
Take that!
This. And what exactly is this? You have no idea, do you? This little piece that I found on the Bubbly's side will be your undoing. A guitar pick? Would you care to explain how this is going to do me in, as it were? Much to your chagrin, perhaps, but this is not a guitar pick. What? This is something I found at the open-air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it, since you took a photo with it after all. But since you don't, allow me to show you what this fragment from the stage area belongs to.
Take that!
Let us take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Cochin. Dun dun dun! On the handle of this knife, there is a beautifully blooming flower. However, it would appear that it's missing a single petal. Now let's see what happens when we try to fit this pick into that open slot. It's a perfect fit. I assumed that the petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Cochin's murder, and then it was accidentally placed into the pushcart along with Mr. Cochin's body. That's an interesting story, nothing more. Oh, I assure you it's more than just a story, because for some odd reason, this flower petal was wet when I found it. It was wet, you say? Yes, and the only place it could have gotten wet from is the open-air stage pool. I mean, I don't know if that's literally true, but yeah, let's go with it. Now I ask you, how did a part of the weapon which was smuggled into the theatre wind up in the open-air stage area on the Barbalese side of the embassy? I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as this petal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the Rose Gardens pool on through into Babal. Impossible! The people of Zengfa have been waiting to see you face to face, Mr. Alba. I'll tell everyone back home we'll be there soon. You should be happy. Victory music. Why? Why? It's a little late to be asking that question. You should have known from the very beginning. Don't mess with Edgeworth. When you took your first life. No matter how you may plot or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done, because we're here to see to it that justice is served to people like you, served cold or warm. You can't call what you've given a perfect argument. Oh my god. You know, I don't think this guy is going to ever admit to his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't need to wait for someone to admit. You just need enough to arrest them and then take it to trial. Because he values himself above all else. People who can't be negotiated with or people who refuse to admit what they've lost. I don't believe these kinds of people really exist, because everyone breaks eventually. You're right. In that case, I have no choice but to use all of the evidence I have. I think I have used all of it, haven't I? I'll use it all until he breaks under the weight of his crimes. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. What else have we got to use? This really will be the end of the line. But I think you've said that before, probably like 5 times, Edgeworth. Wow. Okay. Did not expect that we were going to get a whole nother section out of this. This one is called The Final Testimony. Yeah, game. Yeah. This is... This is so much. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. We're just going to like literally wear him down. Like we're just going to emotionally torture him with testimony after testimony, as if there is anything else for me to testify about. I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatrum Neutralis. Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Yeah, I mean, we know nothing about the murder itself. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show. Oh my god, wouldn't it be amazing if the way that we get him is by making this guy say what the stage show was about and Edgeworth just asking him questions about the Steel Samurai and going, haha, incorrect. That would be, it wouldn't like work, I suppose, in the format of the show, unless we had been given some, like an evidence item that was like, you know, here's like 100 facts about the Steel Samurai or something like that for super fans only, you know, a members only thing. But it would be amazing. It would be amazing if it worked like that. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to this investigation. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. Well, I mean, we know about, like, old bag's terrible acting. Is that gonna come up? Oh my god, I want to go straight to that bit. So you were in the theatre proper watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai. Hehe. Yeah, I was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's Steel Samurai who is cool. Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hey, Edgy! Who is she? Who is this super cute girl? No, Larry, don't. She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her. Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yeah, so Kay, I'm Larry Butts. Silence in the peanut gallery. There is no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Yeah, also she's very young. She's very young, Larry. Just know. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end. For that man there. Now that's the kind of thing I like to hear. These two are buddies. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he called me by my name. His heart stopped. His heart skipped a beat is what I mean. I leave this critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear. I will finish the job. Oh, I think they're flirting. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. Alright, dark, well lit. Hard to prove I was there. I think this is going to be it, and I think it's going to be about, he's going to say like the Pink Princess was an amazing actress or something.
Hold it!
I agree, today will be a day to remember, especially when we finally make you pay for all the wrongs you've committed. What? Hey, that's where the Steel Samurai that's what the Steel Samurai says when he defeats the evil magistrate. Hehe. Actually, that line was just something I ad-libbed. You may act all surprised, but naturally you remember this line, don't you? Yeah. Of course I do. I just now understand how the evil magistrate felt, that's all. Then allow me to make you identify with the evil magistrate some more. Hey, then that makes you the Steel Samurai, huh? Hey. Well, if you had to complete the analogy, I suppose, then yes. And I do believe it's about time to bring the curtains down on this with a bang. I wonder if Mr. Alba was really there watching the show. I don't think so, because the only time he had to commit the murder was during the show. And the only time he could have placed the body into the pushcart. So, okay, so it wasn't that statement then. Was during the scenes when the Iron Infinite was not out on the stage. Then that means that by the end of the stage show... Okay. Are you saying that the body was already in the pushcart by then? No way! You mean I was pushing a dead body around? I knew that Larry was going to have this realization at some point. That you used me in such a foul manner is unforgivable, evil magistrate. Well put, Steel Samurai. He's got respect for him now. And now I will show to all those present just who is the evil magistrate that the Steel Samurai must defeat. Okay, so it wasn't that one. But it does seem like it's about the show's contents. So let's try this one. Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself. That's nice. That's nice. Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. Yeah, I wasn't planning to let him... Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And didn't you think the climactic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well. And the spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate. Early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever. Don't overdo it, dude. You don't need that much. Is that how it went? I totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's the special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the samurai spear. Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move? Okay, I'm back from another break. It's interesting to come back and like remember like how sort of like Euro pumping this music is. Alright, if I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move? Look, I feel like this one's not going to be too hard to counter. I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. One of the scenes was his never before seen early summer rain jab move. I mean, this is a very specific thing. We must have, you know, something to directly counter. Aha. Early summer. One of the scenes was his never before seen early summer rain jab move. That's gotta be it. Because there's nothing else. There's nothing else that relates to this, yeah?
Objection!
There we go. It's the one piece of evidence that I had that relates to that. The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer?
Objection!
Because the spear was broken. You little irritating gnat. Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over? Well, possibly. I think it's a technique, isn't it? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this. The samurai spear? What about it? This spear actually never made it on stage today. Excuse me? I mean, you just went too far, dude. Like, you overcompensated. You know, like, you tried to be cocky with this knowledge. You should have just kept it real. Like, you know, I'm not a big fan. I was sitting there, but my mind was wandering. You didn't need to pretend that you were paying a lot of attention. You know, just keep it real simple. We would have been stuck. Classic mistake. Unfortunately for you, he happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. What? He won't mind. Poor Larry. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Kay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai's special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. That's right, she said that several times. And she did the move several times. Yes, you went too far, you silly guy. Correct, because he couldn't use the spear. A last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move was used. Yeah, I mean, look, this shouldn't be too hard to explain away, because you just say, oh, look, I knew he used a special move, and obviously as the ambassador watching, I had been prepped on, you know, key parts of the show that I should look like I know. It's just part of the job of being an ambassador. I mean, I'm not trying to give you a defense or anything, but like, this shouldn't be that hard, you know, like, this is not anywhere near as solid as our other bits of evidence. But anyway, Kurkazawa, you didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? My face! Aha. So if he wasn't watching the show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Cochin instead. Yeah, like, where did this happen? So where were you during the show? Thank you. This is exactly what the information I'm after. I demand an answer now. Heh. I demand an answer now. It's quite a funny thing to say to a murderer who's trying so hard, of course, to get away with it. Just what is so funny? You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions. I wonder if he's going to now come up with one of my defenses. I love that he says, I insist. I still insist that I watch the show. Or most of it, in any case. What do you mean by most of it? You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assumed that was when the dramatic scene was played out on stage. That is the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal. Well, you know, it wasn't the strongest accusation, honestly. It wasn't the strongest evidence. Just because he got the name of the move wrong, we can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. Yeah, but at least it tells us that he didn't watch it. That's as far as it gets us. As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I had wanted to watch the entire show. Honest. Like he's a little kid. As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, this is the point that Edgeworth can't believe. You have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan ever. He's like personally offended on this point. This is fanboy against murderer now. Who was that just now? It would be I, young lady. Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy, please hold on a second, I beg. Let Larry save the day. Let Larry save the day. You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samaniac. A Steel Samaniac. What exactly is a Steel Samaniac, pal? I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac. I assume, yeah, and trust me, I mean, surely they do have fandoms do have words for the fandoms. And trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I am the Steel Samurai.
Objection!
I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai. This is the true drama of this case. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. As well he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. So if he's stupid enough to make this claim, which is just so silly of him, but let's get past that, then it's going to be easy to just keep asking a lot of questions and see if he knows anything at all. It was a most amazing show filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. The sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. Given that he's started to talk about the young and the young at heart, I wonder if here he's going to miss. Go back. I think we're going to go back to that old bag thing, right? Where he will have missed that the pink princess, had a lot of very obvious, physical incapabilities. Yes. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Old bag. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manikochin. You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm honoured to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about. Wait, it was a secret? Larry, wait, what did you just say? Huh? Did I say something stupid again? Larry knows exactly what he's doing. Larry's just letting Edgeworth have this, but he came in at the critical moment to fix this interrogation. Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show. Oh my god. Bad planning. Right before? Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. You were gonna... So a show that is entirely a classic, oh my god. These shows are all about these moves. That's very funny. We get the little scene of the back room here. So this must be where the murder took place then. This is the murder scene. What are those things? Oh, it's like a little makeup area. Okay, I thought they were like cupboards. Okay, so those are mirrors. All right. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Aha! Early summer rain jab. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move. But by that time, I'd already bent the spear. So I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless. All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. Long story short, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. So basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. It almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art. I mean, yes. Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of it.
Objection!
Hold those lips of yours still. Such a weird way of putting it. What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise in wasting time. Much like a kids' show.
Objection!
Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you. How dare you? You just said it to someone else. I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony. Huh. So now you're trying to bully me, huh? Well, yes. We're trying to accuse you of murder. There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story about kids' show. Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Kirkus Alba. Kirkus Alba. I mean, I'm sure it's a, a plant name. I was just thinking about the fact that it's actually his initials are Q&A. Probably nothing to do with anything, but it could be, Q&A interrogation. I don't know. You were the one who said it yourself, that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. But the name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start. So, just what are you driving at? That the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out the name of that move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. Gyakuten Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. You saw it. He saw it in that room. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. Dun, dun, dun. The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret, so you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which would have been a really weird thing to happen, which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard. So that means that Mr. Alba was in there at some point, right? But what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means. There is another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room, so we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Cochin's murder. Well, my thought is that we're talking about the cart because we just saw the cart there, right? But at the same time, they only showed it to us for a small... Oh, it does say here, that's right, push this to Alabas from the dressing room. There we go, so that's it. Yeah, because ordinarily if they were going to ask us to use a piece of evidence like that, we would have access to that image, to be able to work it out. The push cart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the push cart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. To be honest, I'm looking at this thing now. Look at this cart. It's more easier to see the size of the cart here, in relation to whiteboard erasers and pens, Man, it looks hard to get Manny's whole body in there, right? Jesus. That's a very tight fit. I love this picture because I just love knowing that that's old bag. And it was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. Boy. Oh my God, this body has been places. And then right after the show ended, it went into Alabasta along with the Steel Samurai. Which means the only time the killer could have... it's placed in there so badly as well. It must have been... Imagine the stress of this ambassador knowing that that body is being pushed on stage for loads of people to see, and then it's being pushed all around the place, there's so many chances for it to be revealed, especially being pushed around by Larry, who could absolutely just do a bit of a doop-de-doo. Whoa, the cart goes over. Anything. Oh, let's look in here, oh, there's so many things that could have gone wrong. This guy must have been sweating the entire time. When the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Yeah. Oh, it paused there. It wasn't letting me move on. Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just a what if the murder took place right in the dressing room? What do you mean, Kay? I have to admit she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Slipping undetected into a private dressing room then would be as simple as pie. The killer must have come up with the idea to move the body with the pushcart then too. Correct, thus making the theatre's dressing room the ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Gyakuten Alba, during the show you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why. I mean, I'm guessing that he just made, he probably just said, Manny, I have something to talk to you about. Meet me in the dressing room. Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it. I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest!
Objection!
Not so fast. What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself? Explain? What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard. You punk, still trying to get out of this? Of course he is. Why would it change at this point? We're at the 100th time he's trying to get out of this. Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him? No. I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't even have airtight evidence I don't even have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps... Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there. Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal. Ooh, and if we use Little Thief, we may even learn something from a recreation. I was getting worried that they were, yeah, we don't need to do any of that. I was getting worried that they were like explaining everything. And when they do that, usually in stories, it means, you know, the stuff that they're describing is actually not going to happen, so. What? Wolfie, how could you? I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else. And they found nothing? There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, and it's that they found nothing. That's it. I guess you're right. If they'd found something, they would have reported it to us. They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find. And if there is no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either. Is this the end? No, Edgeworth, of course it's not. The murder took place in this theatre, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us? It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now if you will excuse me, because of you people I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one. Old bag. Old, I'm just predicting who hasn't spoken up yet. Who is it this time? Yes! Alright, if Old Bag is the one to bring this case to a close, I'm very pleased with that. Hold it right there, you whippersnappers. First Larry and now you? What is it with the scary mobster-like scowl on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust that I'm about to cry, and I'm getting prepared to need to try and do this fast at some point. In fact, I'm taking a sip of tea. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant? No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good, Edgeworth. But you know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up, because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing. Yeah, of course she is. If we think everything is over, why wouldn't we want more information from this woman who has helped us in the past? The most wonderful thing from you, it's so super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know. Ah, my special present of love to my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you all ready? Is this. It's a box of those samurai dogs, right? Yes. Oh, Edgy Poo, here, go and eat one and you'll feel as right as rain. Are we through here? Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy Poo, tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you. I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and if you were nice and full. One day it's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, isn't that the desire of everyone to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry? And that's what I wanted to experience. Everybody used to do through in front of me. I was just, okay. Oh, I tried my best. and that's what I wanted to experience. I'll tell you one thing though, a long time ago they used to say that I could make the most delicious meal out of any ingredient you threw in front of me. Oh, I was a star in the kitchen back then, and I was. Okay. There is no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. Get him. But I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It had a special design on its fan, like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. It's a drop of blood. It's a drop of blood? It's probably Alba's blood from getting stabbed. No, hang on, that doesn't make sense. No, because the stabbing happened in his office. Well, I guess if it's Manny's blood, well, that just proves Manny was killed there. But when I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Ooh, it made me so mad. Wait, a special box with a Hinomaru-like fan on it? I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up in the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as a Hinomaru dog. This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this red sun may be just what we needed to point us in the right direction. A present? The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them. Right, so they were in the pushcart originally, when it was sitting in there. Okay. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theatre and then placed his body inside the pushcart. Yep. Okay, alright, so we're getting a final logic ready. You forced the steel samurai to move the body. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the contradictions may be, once we've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. Alright, so what... Sitting in the pushcart, the Hinomaru dogs. I mean, surely we have to connect to these first. Oh no, I mean, to be honest. Okay, it didn't actually make sense to me. I was just thinking that we probably needed to make this, like, I was going 1, 2, 3, basically. So do we do... We do these two... We do these two first? Just to connect the... No? Whoops. I've gotten it as wrong as I possibly could. Okay. Samurai dogs in the cart then. Right, alright, sure. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. So is it like a bloody fingerprint then? It's a bloody fingerprint? I mean, I was just picturing that a bit of blood could have fallen onto them. Okay, they were piled up on the floor. They were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. Yeah, it's going to be a bloody thumbprint. That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinomaru on it. If this red sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing samurai dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. Wendy Oldbag, give her the satisfaction. Let's give her the gratitude. Thank you. I thank you. Yes, look at her. She's so happy. What you have given me is truly something very special. Edgy poo! Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it is what will put you away for good. You're bluffing. Oh ho. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the fangs we needed to go after this guy's jugular. So tell us, what about this box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away? The trace evidence that will bring him down? Why, it's here, of course. I mean, like, there's other things I can look at here. Yes, here we go. This box of samurai dogs with the Hinomaru fan on it, this should never have existed. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Huh? What? Oh, so it's a drop of blood then, not a fingerprint? Blood, you say? Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analysed post-haste. I've got to admit I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get this down to the lab pronto. Okay, we're gonna be waiting a while. But why was there blood on the box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah. You have a great memory, Edgy. The pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. If what Larry says is true, then what were those boxes doing on the floor? Ah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Mrs. Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Ms. Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal, I received it from myself. Gyakuten Saiban, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part. Sorry to rain on your little love fest. However, how can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what? So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And? You say that like it means something. Huh? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if it's not a bloody fingerprint, it doesn't connect with him. Excuse me, sirs. Unless it does for some reason. So, we'll see. Report! What were the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it. With this Gyakuten Saiban... Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humour my question. I feel like we probably haven't heard everything from the analysis here. Your question? The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? Nah, we didn't think of that. Yeah, he has a very good point. The blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer. Then this evidence, it's meaningless. I mean, it may actually turn out to be his blood. Because we haven't, I feel like the forensics guy is not finished here. It may turn out to his blood having dripped from his wound that he already has from this point, from the office. Yeah, that's probably how this is going to go. That can't be. We were so close, sir. Hehehe. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Wow, okay. Come on, there's got to be something we can do. We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something we can expose with it. Well, just let the forensics guy finish. I can't think of a single thing. Etc. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. It's the forensics guy, right? Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me either. It was me. I bet it's forensics guy. Yeah. He's like, you guys interrupted me. It's my one job. Why did you? Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more? What? Hurry up and spit it out. Yes, sir. That blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victim's blood. What? No. What? I wonder if Alba is sweating because he's like, crap, that's my blood. Or if he's thinking I'm getting away with it. I think he knows. What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it? I don't know, sir. All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. Guys, I got this. I got this. My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood drop proves something to be true after all. All right, namely, my words. And which one of your words would that be? The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy? What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. So you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What then? I guess that's possible. Damn it. Have we been wasting our time on a red herring? Our blood red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. Crocus Alba, you bastard. I love that he's just getting angry, like there's no more clever quips or anything. Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you and you have your answers. Now let me through. Alba, it doesn't matter where you run off to, you'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt. No! Come on, Edgy. Come on, Edgy. We can do this. Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Isn't it just a matter of thinking of one single other possibility? Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim? I keep wondering like what the final form of the final nail in the coffin is going to be. So are we going to get like a multiple choice question here, and one of them is our guy? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who has been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he who can turn any desperate situation around do? This feels right. It feels right that we're finishing by drawing on the power and inspiration of Phoenix. Turn it around? That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is this. It's whose blood could get onto the box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. I genuinely wonder if the way he just phrased the turnabout question there makes a little bit more sense in Japanese, as in it's a little bit more of, flipping a couple of subjects around in the sentence form. Then the owner of said bell must have been in the dressing room at the time. Yes. There's one other person it could be. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage and will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Wow. Freedom like that. Freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me, not now or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Objection!
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful. Ooh. Like, that's a jab right to the frickin' face, Edgeworth. Uncharacteristic. Pitiful? How so? Kirkus Alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who is trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect way to describe you. Ha, mere words. What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what do you think it means, Kate? We had already caught him in our trap a while back, with an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. Hey, Earth to Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all. Nobody can imagine. Nobody can imagine. Ms. Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good, then I believe you are already aware of what I mean. Then you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to... okay, we're going to choose a face. I was just looking at who else I could choose here. I would love to actually do it, except I know that I'm just going to get a generic response.
Take that!
The blood of the red... I'd love to choose Old Bag. The blood of the red sun on this box belongs to you, Kirkus Alba. What? Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim. The blood fell onto the box where Mr. Cochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim, then there is only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding? What if during the murder Mr. Cochin had fought back? You mean, if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound Mr. Alba? Yes, and I believe we ought to have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then. What is the piece of evidence that shows that Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time? Well, I was thinking it's that picture. Yeah, we do have that. Yeah. I couldn't remember that we actually had this in evidence. Let's have a look again. Look at him so proudly displaying the evidence that we do him in. Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound. That was from when Damask II attacked me with a pair of scissors. Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. But is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors? You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, what I was thinking is just that, having a life or death tussle with somebody that you're murdering could very well result in that wound being, like bleeding again, like quite easily, surely. Even trying to pick up a body and move it into that tiny little cart surely would be, could very easily start the bleeding. And he even offered another alternative himself, which is, what if he just got a nosebleed? Or something else. You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility. You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing. You believe I've overlooked something? You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin, and that it was caused here in one of the theatre's dressing rooms, right? Yes, that is correct. I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you will propose that such a weapon came from. This theatre was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into the area with a weapon of any sort. What, was everyone completely, patted down? Just as maybe very well so, it is an embassy. We'll give them that one. Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the Alabastian knife in a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort. But as long as you can't prove what that other way is... I was thinking... I was pausing because I was looking at, could it have been, one of his badges or something like that? But... yeah, no, not really, bladey, are they? All your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does exist, you'd better hurry and tell me now. He's got it. He's got it with pleasure. Wait, what? This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into this theatre. It's the key. Of course, because nobody knew this was a blade. Yeah, because he said Mr. Cochin. Of course. It is also a knife.
Take that!
Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu's key. That key. That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago. And it is very unique in that it is both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theatre. To be honest, it's pretty bad security, I suppose, that they don't, they don't actually have metal detector tests or anything. You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, I just realized I said metal detector test. No, metal detectors. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Kodopian paper signed by Mr. Cochin. Just thinking that the key... yeah, all of this, the key escaped forensic analysis as well, which is really the problem, which is really constantly the problem. If the key had been subject to any kind of forensic analysis once we found it, we could have solved this so much earlier. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Kirkus Alba? Yep. The little silent look at everyone's faces. The characteristic Ace Attorney, final swing of the hammer, final nail in the coffin. And that is what some may call the coup de grace. The coup de grace? Which one's it? Impossible. You can't take me down. Swine, all of you. Especially Manny Cochin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador, which is why he deserved to die while bearing the guilt for all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Yatagarasu card and how this incident was born, okay? Wow, dude. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatagarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling prosecutors. Classic, dude. You're going out like a classic villain. Scooby-Doo villain. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. He's not in the mood. This country's, or Alabast's, which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you. Edgeworth! Whoa. He's taking off? Oh my god. Wow. I've never seen anyone look so much like death in their final undoing. That's disturbing. He just had a sort of a stroke that was like a rocket kind of imploding. Wow. What? Hang on, we're all the way here again? Whew. This is it, the big day. It's Mr. Alba. Oh, right. It's Mr. Alba's trial today. And next week he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Francisca is heading that one. I suppose she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Having to face Ms. Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think about that. What that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking, that flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman are all Mr. Alba's secret agents. Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents. Cammy Meal was to provide support during smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favour. Oh. Go you airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir? I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world. Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. What is it, detective? Nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it. Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir. I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society. Well, with the arrests of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh? I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Macrel. Those two facts are the unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today. You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir? CCU and Dead Man. Perhaps now, these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Paliano. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you! Oh, finally. It's so important that we not only show our gratitude to Gumshoe, but that we feed him. What? Seriously, sir? Wait, actually, I don't think You don't want them anymore? The way you're holding them. Don't tell me they're just coupons. Oh. Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Kodopia again, its economy has changed. Really? And it seems that Ambassador Paliano has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He's been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Kodopia. Ah, but what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay. Who dis? Wait, that's not what I said. So, Mr. Oh, it's Kay. Okay. I got it. Where is Kay? Wait, that's not what I said. So, Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. There she is. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's still not here? Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. Eek! I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. I totally didn't notice you or realize that voice was you. How many did I miss? No, that was... Alright, I caught them all. Lungzi says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring. Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here. It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court. There's a little flirting going on here. Look at that. Look at those looks. Look at those looks of admiration, camaraderie, perhaps a little curiosity, a little intimacy. Is that so, Agent Lang? We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Zingfar is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you. So I just want to say, thanks. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case. I mean, truly, it was a whole large collective group effort in every way. A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you, prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that? I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job. Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truths can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what. Heh, alright. What a bromance. Or just a romance. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later. I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir. I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins. Hope you've got enough, because I'm going to go call my men up as well. A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. The legend of the great thief Yatagarasu. It's the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet, and to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all prosecutors need to do, and that is because that went a bit fast. Wow. This is real, this music is very, let me think. I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me is rising. Ah, so cool. That music, what I was going to say is that music is really reminding me of, RPG that I loved and played a lot when I was a kid, Breath of Fire 2. Cute. Oh my god, the plane was so much fun. So thrilled to know that we had an airplane location. This is one of the things. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve. So about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet, and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design their new line of Go You Jumbo Jets. Oh, I'm very happy for it. Just think, someday you will be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet. Sounds amazing. sounds amazing. Yeah, the one of the things that's been so good about this game is the locations. Like, just really cool, interesting locations. And 100% so good they're showing us that again, because this is one of the best characters, and that is one of the best. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. But more importantly, I received a most fantastic treasure recently. The Prima-Deck statue of the Principality of Codopia. It weights a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Paliano was most generous. Ah, he got the fake one. He got the fake one. Yeah, amazing character. And we got so many good cameos, like just mwah, mwah, mwah. You know, like chef kiss all round. We finally caught Agent Hicks. Whoops, I'm missing the beginning. Feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Codopian courts await. She gonna get him. Codopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there. Oh, I love that we're getting the Ace Attorney, leitmotifs in this victory music. Oh, another one of the best characters. So good. Amazing, amazing. They really brought back the best people. The little patrolman has been fired. I thought I was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I hadn't noticed that I had dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My life has suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles, man. Yeah, really, like, a really, really fun game. Amazing, fun, creative, diverse locations that I was really thrilled by. So many amazing cameos of so many of the best characters from other games coming back. I was actually hoping to talk with Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. Yeah, you weren't in this game very much, I gotta say, but I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically. She will. She will. Yep, no, really, really, really had a lot of fun with this game. Who next? Oh. We're hearing from her. Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is this cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor. Ba-dump. Ah, stop it, Lauren. When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? I hadn't touched the controller for a while. Interesting that we heard from her. Yeah, out of the way. Oh, judge, of course. This was so exciting to have a judge. It appears that all the sorts of drama that take place in the courtroom, since we judges are here day in and day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something. I would play that any day of the week. Yeah, it's so. This is one of the really cool things is getting to have a judge like as a witness. Absolutely amazing. So much fun. Yeah. Always really great to have Gumshoe and Maggie. Everyone's just saluting. Phew! I barely escaped death yet again. Yeah, but boy, we were lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh? Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security. Everyone's losing their jobs, going to jail. Don't let it get you down, Maggie. You've still got me. You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Ooh, this is actually kind of fun. Yeah, she's so positive. That's the way of seeing it. I really thought those feathers on her shirt from way back at the beginning of the game were going to be much more important. So good, God. Yeah, this case was huge. Very interesting dynamics. Why not come to Kodopia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a few small fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with the fire marshals, but the next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I hope to enlist Kay's help in creating our latest attraction. Good on you, Kay, getting some work out of this. That's amazing. It's excellent. Once again, he's finding an excuse to be with Kay. Let's not think about it any further. And the best, I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're going to sell blue ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog in a blue bun. I guarantee it'll turn your tongue and your face blue. To be honest, that probably would sell. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot, or at all really, but... Oh, so I noticed that I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently. I wonder what's up. Well, the next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs. I wonder... I mean, so, you know, there's a second investigations game. I wonder if he does possibly cameo in that. And if any of this stuff actually comes to pass in investigations too. Bad. I gave testimony in court today as a member of the Yatagarasu. Thank God he's still alive. Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have begun moving? They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. I wonder if the ring will feature in investigations too. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring. Mungzi says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet. Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the grey hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror. No. Dude. You've always been grey, I suspect. But you look it's a distinguished grey. Yes, old bag. I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger all in the same span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's alright, because I got a letter from my beloved Edgipoo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. Oops. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. I've been an alien and then some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then I was the Pink Princess, a great hero of justice. I don't think I'm going to be able to go back and read this one. But what I can do is look at the footage afterwards, so I'll do that. Aha. March 17, Fort God. It's very soon after. Whoop, I feel so much better now that the trial is over. And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir. Yeah, nothing beats the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom. Is he? Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court. Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Len. So what are your plans now, Kay? Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know, maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Are you still trying to steal my job, pal? Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy. Phew, what a relief. Kay? Yes? Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief? Of course! But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own. A 3-person team? As in, everyone here? A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me if possible. Okay, I like it. With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need. My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm going to work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed. Let's both strive for such a future. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I see. Okay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger. Yeah, I know, I want you two to remain friends. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door. It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken for forever. Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us. Yeah, commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one. This is exactly true. No. Hey, why not? Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course not, detective. He's probably very, proud of his appearance, honestly. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking the picture now. Good on you, Kay. Hey, come back here. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that. I can't be seen doing that. Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese. Hey, Pixie. Little Pixels come to hang out with us for the ending. And thus the long tale of the KGA incident, probably comes to a close. I saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. Cute. That's adorable. He can't be seen to be doing this. It's just being in a photo with some people. That's adorable. And is that looks like the end. Okay. Oh my god. Really fun. It's been new items. I'll take a look at that. It's been a really fun game. It's been, as I explained at the beginning, I've been an Ace Attorney fan for a very, very, very long time. Way back many decades ago when I first played, the first games in the series. But I had never gotten around to playing this. So it's been such a long time coming in my life to get around to this game. There are some other Ace Attorney games I haven't played as well. So, of course at some point I'd really like to play the next Investigations game as well. I mean, I have it I have it right here, so it's there. But I'd also like to play a couple of the others that I haven't done as well. But but for now, this was amazing. Thoroughly enjoyed. I was really impressed that even without the courtroom dynamic, this really just did feel the same. It really just did feel the same as the Ace Attorney games in all of, it still managed to have all of the same investigative and argumentative, interrogation aspects. It didn't really change the vibe of the game for me. It was just a fun variation on it. So, loved it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have any other suggestions for games, let me know. And of course, if you've enjoyed the series, I always appreciate a like for the videos, subscribe for the channel, and any comments at all are great, especially since this blind playthrough is done. So if there's anything you want to tell me about the games that I don't know, let me know. But other than that, I really hope that you've enjoyed this playthrough, and feel free to take a look at anything else I have on the channel, and stay subscribed. There's very likely to be other Ace Attorney games coming up at some point. It won't be immediately, but at some point in the future. And like if you're watching in real time, what I have, I'm currently playing Blueprints, which is incredible, and I am soon to be playing Silk Song, which has just been released and comes out in a couple of days. And I am also going to be playing Subnautica Below Zero, and I have already a blind playthrough of Subnautica on the channel already, if any of that interests you. So other than that, thank you so much for being a part of this playthrough. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, bye bye, take care, good night, good morning, whatever it is for you, and bye bye.